Day 18 of the Diddy trial just wrapped up with exclusive audio recordings of Diddy being released to the public, along with disgusting details of Diddy's sexual. Joe Rogan is exposing these details, and they prove that Diddy is beyond saving now. Not only that, but Diddy's lawyers have just filed for a mistrial claiming that Cassie lied during her testimony, victim 3. Jane is back on the stand to finish her testimony, and allegedly she started crying, explaining what Diddy forced her to do during the freak-offs. There's a lot to cover, so let's break it down. Day 18 of the Diddy trial has concluded, and it was packed with explosive developments. Newly released audio recordings of Diddy have gone public, revealing disturbing details about his alleged sexual behavior. Joe Rogan is now publicly discussing the recordings, calling attention to evidence that many believe leaves Diddy beyond redemption. In response, Diddy's legal team has filed for a mistrial, claiming that Cassie, referred to as victim 3, lied during her testimony. Meanwhile, Jane has returned to the stand to finish her testimony, reportedly breaking down in tears as she recounted the traumatic experiences she endured during the so-called freak-offs. There's a lot unfolding, so let's break it all down.
There's also like people that are elites, and that's their thing. Like their thing is to do something that is horrible, and it's not available to other people. So it's like, I think there's like a sickness that people have when they have power, like extreme power, and then what else can I do? What else can I do? What else is what else is taboo? What else is forbidden? Like all this Diddy shit that's coming out. Like,
I was just gonna say, doesn't that sound topical?
Jesus Christ! The first day of the trial, did you pay attention to any of that stuff? I looked at it for like 10 minutes this morning, and I was like, I gotta stop. I can't look at this.
Well, what freaks me out is the people sitting in the courtroom listening to it.
Right.
And there's a wide spectrum of people that are getting subjected to it, and you just sit there and go,
yeah, well, not only that, how about the fact that this guy was running this for decades? He was doing this for decades to who knows how many fucking people, and everybody was scared to talk about it because
Diddy is a sick person, and the things he and other elites in his sex trafficking rings were forcing women to do are disgusting. These elites are addicted to power, and they want to humiliate others. Cassie testified that Diddy would sit in the corner and control everything. He would tell the male escorts where to finish and what to do. If Cassie said or did anything that Diddy didn't like, he would immediately get violent and throw her around. Diddy didn't see Cassie as a person. He saw her as an object he could play and use. Diddy's actions, along with those of others allegedly involved in his sex trafficking ring, paint a deeply disturbing picture. The behavior described in court is not only exploitative, but rooted in a toxic obsession with power and control.
Yeah, it's really wild, man. Evil is a real thing, you know? Nobody wants to believe, because if you believe in the devil, right? If you believe in Satan, you believe in something that's silly. Like most people a lot of people believe in God. If you ask people, do you believe in God? Yeah, well, I'm not religious, but I believe in God. Okay, well, do you believe in the devil? Most people will say no. But do you believe in evil acts? Well, yeah, well, people certainly do evil things. Well, where do you think that comes from? If evil is real, what is it about us that makes us want to deny the possibility that there's some nefarious force that is in human beings, that influences human beings? It's not as simple as like some people are bad, some people are good. No, maybe evil is a real element that you have to fight in life. And that maybe this is just something that's been documented all throughout history, but our arrogance and our secular society wants to keep us from recognizing that as an actual.
Victim 3. A former girlfriend of Diddy's, going by the pseudonym Jane, cried on the stand today as she talked about the things Diddy was forcing her to do. Allegedly, Diddy wanted to see multiple men be intimate with Jane at the same time, and would force feed her multiple doses of every night to keep her awake. Victim 3, a former girlfriend of Diddy identified in court by the pseudonym Jane, broke down in tears on the stand today as she recounted the disturbing experiences she allegedly endured. According to her testimony, Diddy would coerce her into participating in sexual acts with multiple men at once for his own gratification. She also claimed he would force feed her multiple doses of unknown substances each night to keep her awake and compliant.
The third alleged victim, who goes by the pseudonym Jane, was back on the witness stand for her first full day of testimony. The prosecutor played an audio recording for the jury of a hotel night with a male prostitute Jane identified as Dawn. On the recording, Jane and Dawn are looking for a condom, but Combs didn't allow it and can be heard saying, quote, "You're taking that expletive." Jane testified, quote, "I just didn't want to disappoint my lover. He would be unhappy and wouldn't be satisfied with me." Jane went on to tearfully tell the jury about her birthday in 2023 when she said she was made to have sex with 3 different men in addition to Combs. The prosecutor asked, why? "I don't know. It had become so routine," and added that she turned robotic. The jury that after a while, Combs didn't have to directly ask her for these hotel nights. She testified, "I knew it was to be expected." Combs, due to all charges, if convicted, he faces the possibility of life.
The worst part of the situation is that Diddy's accomplices still haven't come out from behind the shadows. It's obvious that Diddy wasn't working alone because flight logs show he wasing women all over the world, but to who still remains a mystery. Diddy is the next Jeffrey Epstein, and unlike Jeffrey, Diddy has tapes. This is why witnesses keep disappearing. Perhaps the most troubling aspect of this case is that Diddy's alleged accomplices have yet to be identified or brought to light. It's clear he wasn't acting alone. Flight logs reveal he traveled extensively with various women across the globe, suggesting a broader network at play. However, the identities of those involved remain a mystery. Many are now comparing Diddy to Jeffrey Epstein, with one critical difference. Diddy reportedly has tapes.
I've had conversations with people about it, and it's like, Jesus, like just trying to get the documents, like when they're trying to get the Epstein files, like the state of New York, one of the district attorneys was they were hiding documents that have forced them to give documents. I think there's so many powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied. Air quotes, partied. And how many of them went to the Diddy parties? Have you been paying attention to the trial?
Oh, yeah.
Trials. Wild.
Why don't they air it the same way they aired the coverage that Johnny Depp got?
I know. Why don't they? I don't know. They should. The ratings would be amazing.
Unreal.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Why wouldn't you air that?
What's going to happen though, you think?
Well, Diddy's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. I think he's probably going to get.
Think he's
hit up.
Saying though?
I don't know. I don't even think it matters. I mean, it's a lot of it is.
But then it's just another Epstein. It's Elaine Maxwell, where there's someone indicted and nobody else indicted for taking kids to
right
no
to no one. Right. We're like, what is the next crazy thing that's going to explode in the news? Is Bill Clinton's going to have an OnlyFans? Like, what is going to happen? What is the next thing that's going to make us all go, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on?
It's coming.
Like, how many guys were on video saying, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party"? How many people like openly talked about being there?
LeBron?
Yeah, how Ashton Kutcher, all these people. Like, you guys all went. You didn't see nothing? You didn't see nothing?
Yeah.
Donnell
went? Yeah. Did he? Of course he did.
Donnell
trying to defend himself.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Is he trying to defend himself right now?
It's pretty funny.
I got to call him up. Donnell, you got to back away from that.
Isn't there a video with Kamala?
She was at one of the Diddy parties?
Isn't she in the background with?
It might have been the difference between Diddy parties and freak-offs. Oh my god!
They're giving him shit too because he's sitting in his.
The guy from Chappelle Show.
Yeah,
and then Dave's there too, and then Russell Simmons too. Oh boy! But is that at a party or is that just a group of them together?
They were like on a yacht or something like that.
Okay, but that's not the Diddy party.
No, yeah, it's not like they were.
You know, I've had conversations with people about it, and it's like, Jesus, like just trying to get the documents, like when they're trying to get the Epstein files, like the state of New York, one of the district attorneys was hiding. They were hiding documents. They had forced them to get documents. I think there's so many powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied, air quotes, partied, and how many of them went to the Diddy parties? Have you been paying attention to the trial? Oh yeah, trial's wild. Why don't they air it the same way they aired the the coverage that, Johnny Depp got? I know, why don't they? I don't know. They should. The ratings would be amazing, unreal.